Hey, greets guys, it's Jeff from Texas Moto Works. So if you have a late model Corvette C4, you'll know about this issue. The top of the door panel, this part gets loose, it flexes, and see how there's kind of like a hook right here. That continue every time you slam the door, it pops out, and this is loose. It's terrible. It's sloppy. Drives me nuts. So there's a lot of info on the internet. I've seen some guys do some really incredible stuff. I mean, one guy made these brackets out of sheet metal, these braces that were this shape, and he sandwiched this together. One of the issues is if you look down this rib, this is where the door goes. So you really can't have anything that protrudes past that. And you know, I don't think we need to spend a lot of time on it. And I've got an idea using zip ties. So what you're gonna do is you peel these tangs back for this upper weather strip. Peel all these tangs back and just pull this weather strip off. Man, whenever you're working with something that's 24, 30 years old, it's got to be really careful. Everything's so brittle. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run zip ties as so. Basically, I'm going to drill. Now, you don't want to drill too close to this piece because you're going to fracture in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have zip ties going from the top, and they'll pull it down tight. And then this joint right here is suspect also. This one gives loose. Now, I've seen other Corvette C4 doors where this is busted. This part right here, this one's solid. But I'm going to probably put in a zip tie anyway because they do break here. I want this to be for keeps, this repair. But you can see it's just these three. See, 1, 2, 3 are cracked. The rest of them don't have anywhere to crack. So it's just these three that we're going to be addressing. So, did that. I'm going to do that. Obviously, don't drill down anywhere past here because this is, you can see this line. This is where your weather strip's going to stop. And I got to be careful because there's that hole for the weather strip right there. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to also drill like this. This is going to be a tough one to drill. I'm going to have to be real careful because I want to be down enough in the meat to where it's going to be a strong hold and not fracture this. So it's just going to take some creative drilling. The problem is if I go too far out with the hole, then the zip tie is going to want to come down and it's going to get in the way of where the door is. So I got to kind of be conscious of that. But then what I'm going to do, I'm going to drill here, here. I hope you can see this well enough on the GP, on the GoPro. And then I'm going to bring one back down to here. I'm going past this one because like I said, this one cracks. So now we drill. And just, you know, when you're drilling, be careful. Like I said, you're working on, what, 24-year-old GM plastic. You don't want to create any more fractures. What I did, I'm going with just a pretty standard width of a zip tie, but I'm going with 8-inch ones. That seems like it should be long enough. Okay, so those are easy. These are the ones that are going to be kind of difficult because you see how the drill is. I really don't have any other option but to go in at an angle. So I'm just going to be real careful with this. I probably could drill some smaller little pilot holes first, but I think I'm going to be okay here. Just got to be real careful. Okay, this one I'm going to go down pretty far. Other thing I don't want to do is I don't want to I want to pop a hole through the back side of the, or the front side actually, of the door panel. And one more. Ooh, I see that one. Because of my angle, that's kind of scary going through the back side. Okay, success. All right, so let's dump out the shavings. Oh, a bunch of other wonderful nuggets. Okay, so 8-inch zip ties. Let's start threading these. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run a, let's grab a couple of rags. I'm going to run a motorcycle strap around the entire thing. Actually, I don't even think I need these. I'm not going to cinch it that tough, but here, check it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this and we're going to cinch it down. Not real hard, but just enough to keep pressure on it so that when I tighten down the zip ties, I'm not using the zip tie for the cinch force. So see how this is going to kind of move as I tighten it up, and watch you see these right here? You don't want to go too tight. Okay, look at that. So that looks like kind of like factory, like how it came from the factory. Okay, now take our zips, and I'm going to watch how I thread this. So I'm going to go, and you could really, this really isn't, oops, no, that was the wrong one. Like this, there we go. I'm going to thread up and come down. Okay. Oops. What a rookie. Okay. And then once you got those threaded in, just a needle nose should be good. Just hold it and kind of try and push that zip tie as tight as possible. A little bit more if possible. I've actually got this great little, in fact, let's go use it. I've got this great little tool. Dear friend of mine gave me about 20 years ago, and it's not a real common tool, but this thing is it's for zip ties, and it's great if you need to cinch them in like kind of like a tight space. So watch how this thing works. And then what it'll also do, it'll pull it tight, but then it'll cut it. Yeah, it's pretty good. What do I have it on? 3. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty tight. Okay, so that's that one. Then what I'm gonna do is run this one like this. So you can kind of see what's going on here. Oh, what a moron. I didn't even drill that. Okay, here, look. There we go. Okay, now check it out. So again, try and cinch that one down. That's pretty good right there. Let's use our little handy dandy gun on it too. It just gets it another couple little. That's beautiful. And then what I'll probably do, check this out. So you're going to use 3 per rib. I'm going to do one of these like this. And then I'm going to come around all of them like this. And what this will do is this will hold the other ones coming up and the one I just did, I think. Or is it past that? No, this one just kind of holds these 2 coming down to make sure it doesn't interfere with the door. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty awesome, I must say so myself. So let's do these others real quick. You can skip ahead if you don't want to watch this. It's just basically going to be, I got to do what I just did 2 more times. So, like that, and like that. Okay, and no, we don't need that. We've got our neat little tool. A friend of mine, Norton, if you happen to watch this video, which I doubt it, thank you for this tool. You gave it to me when I came out and detailed your boat. And I still have it, my friend. I still have it. So I'm going to do this one. It's easier after you do a few of them. Do that. Okay. Boom. And then we do that one tie like this. And what this should do, obviously, it's going to keep the shape of this upper hook of the door. It's going to keep it tucked inside of the door sill, or the upper door of the sill. And that way when you close the door or anything else, it's not going to, the door isn't going to, no, it's not going to do that. The door panel isn't going to pop off there. I don't know about you, my friends, but stuff like that, loose things or flopping things, anything like that, just drives me nuts. So here I am making up for a bad General Motors design. Let's see. It's really a neat car that I have. It's a, oops, I almost did that wrong. It's a 96 collector's edition C4. So 96 was the last year of the C4. And so Chevrolet put together what they called a collector's edition. It basically is just badges, and it's I think it's just badges and maybe the color. It's a Sebring silver. I don't know. I think that was only on the collector edition. I don't think you could get a normal C6 and Sebring. So I think that's part of the collector's edition. I could be wrong about that. But super, super clean car. Some things that are really neat about it is the keys, like the key fob in 96. GM kind of turned the corner in 97 with how they did their keyless entry. The key fob was a, what did they call it? Passive? No. Passenger, I can't remember, but basically it sensed when you were close and it would open the doors, and then when you walked away, it would lock the doors. I know that like a lot of cars do that these days, but in 96, that was really something special. And I had to take I got the key fob, fortunately, was with the car, but it didn't work. I had to use a soldering iron and fix some broken pins on it to get it to work, but it's kind of cool. It'll be a neat thing for selling the car. Somebody will really get a kick out of that, because I really doubt any of them. If you've lost the key fob, good luck finding one. And if you do find one, if it works, yeah, who knows? So that's kind of neat. Other than that, the car's really, really clean. I really, really like it. I bought it to sell, so this is just a flip I'm doing. I think that's good. I think we got all 3 pretty tight. I can't get my little handy dandy zip tie gun in here, so I've got a little bit of a tail on that one, but that should be good. So when we let go of the strap, that should really retain its shape, and it does. So what I'll do is I'm going to put the door panel in the car. So now this is really tight. This is, I mean, it's, you can feel it, it's solid. Before it was kind of flexing up here. So I'll throw that down in the door panel, shoot a quick video after it's done and installed. And oh, I got to put the weather strip back on here, but then just reinstall the door panel and should be good to go. All right.